Mainstream history says this object is just a myth. But right now, I'm tracking physical evidence to find the real lost lingam of Ravana. The records are clear. Ravana and his mother are the masterminds behind this giant, impossible structure. But this massive monolith is hiding entirely underwater. Don't look at the people in the water. Look right here. Do you see what's hiding in plain sight? Are these weird structures really carved directly into the bedrock underwater? I'm diving in to check the craftsmanship. This isn't just one or two carvings. The entire bedrock is a massive underwater manufacturing site of 1,000 lingams. Out of these thousands, only one is the master lingam. I'm searching for the source code, the one massive lingam that started this entire underwater complex. Locals claim the Ravana Lingam is right here, receiving daily prayers. But I'm looking at raw, untouched stone. There are no rituals happening on these carvings. Something is wrong. I'm dropping the camera subsurface. Look at that geometry. A perfect cylinder, precision carved right out of the bedrock, surrounded by a sharp, rectangular yoni. This isn't just a shape. It is a submerged machine. I'm standing in the current right now, and my body is reacting. There is a strange, measurable vibration coming through the water. You can't explain this frequency. It's like trying to describe snow to someone who has only lived in the desert. Until you feel this energy hit your skin, you simply won't believe it's real. This water is alive. I'm sensing an extraordinary high-frequency energy here. And look at the proof. Seeds are actually germinating and growing directly on the submerged stone. And lingams are literally fueling life underwater. The real anomaly triggers the moment the sunlight hits the stone. Look at these geometric patterns appearing on the surface. When I touch the lingam during this light alignment, it creates a literal electrifying surge. It's like the stone is powering up. Look at these emerald-colored structures. This isn't jade or rare stone. It is raw sandstone bedrock. But why is the moss only colonizing the lingams? It's as if the organic life is being magnetically drawn to the energy of the carvings. I have to snap out of it. The scale of these 1,000 carvings is like a sensory trap. But I'm here for the source. I'm breaking away from the crowd to find the original Ravana Lingam. As I explore the creek deeper, I'm spotting a massive architectural glitch. Look at that. A giant stone cylinder is actually breaching the surface, as if this specific lingam is demanding an investigation. I'm moving in to check the dimensions. Use my body for scale. This thing is an absolute titan. We are looking at a massive, ultra-thick cylinder, precision locked into a giant square frame. The amount of bedrock removed to create this one object is staggering. Look closer at the surface. This looks like a nuclear reactor core. There are strange geometric symbols etched into the cylinder that are identical to the markings found on the Kecksburg UFO. This isn't writing. It is a high-level code designed to be decrypted. These symbols are the key to a lost frequency, hidden specifically for those ready to see it. Is this the Ravana Lingam? It is massive, but there is zero evidence of traditional worship. There are no flowers, no lamps, no offerings. Look at the geometry. This is a nuclear lingam. The proportions and the cooling fin-like symbols make it look exactly like a prototype for a nuclear power plant. Think about a modern nuclear power plant. It's a massive cylindrical core with water constantly circulating around it to prevent a meltdown. Now, look at this site. We have a massive stone cylinder and a constant flow of water rushing around it. Is this a religious site, or are we looking at an ancient energy system? Observe the flow dynamics. The water is converging from every direction, slamming into the nuclear lingam as a precision coolant. But it's more than one core. Look at these smaller units. They aren't random. They are auxiliary components surrounding the main reactor. Are we looking at a complex distributed energy grid? Listen to the power of this current. My voiceover is clear, but the reality on the ground is deafening. I'm going to cut the mic so you can hear the raw industrial roar of the water. This is the real frequency of the site. At this volume, human speech is almost impossible. Look at the scale. This nuclear lingam is an absolute titan. I'm dwarfed by the sheer mass of the cylinder. But watch what happens when I strike the surface. Listen, that isn't the sound of ordinary stone. It is a metallic ringing resonance. This monolith is vibrating like a hollowed out machine part. I'm pouring the current directly over the nuclear symbols. There is a strange, undeniable thrill in this, interacting with a 1,000-year-old power source. Most people will never experience the physical resonance of splashing raw river water onto a high-energy monolith. It's not just a ritual, it's a direct interface with a lost technology. There is a deep, precision-carved pit surrounding this cylinder, the yoni. I'm taking the camera subsurface now. We are going to navigate the interior of this housing like a drone inside a cooling moat. Watch how the walls are perfectly carved to channel the flow. I just noticed a major anomaly. There is a specific hidden polarity here that nobody knows about. We are looking at a field of positive and negative structures, a literal stone motherboard. I can't show the full decoding of these negative lingams in a public video. I've uploaded the complete uncensored investigation to our deep dive community. Hit the join button below to access the truth behind this ancient secret. But even with all this evidence, the ultimate mystery remains. Where is the master object? Where is the original Ravana Lingam? And there is an even bigger anomaly. Where is the input? We need to find the source of this massive volume of water. I'm heading upstream to find the primary intake that feeds this entire system. Let's go. I'm seeing something incredible. I'm approaching a site where candles are burning. But look at what they're actually worshipping. A keyhole-shaped pit. In the ancient tech world, this isn't just a hole. It is a female socket. I'm looking at a shape that appears on nearly every continent. In Japan, they call these massive structures kofun. In India, I'm finding them hidden inside the most ancient temples as sacred water sources. This isn't a coincidence. This keyhole is a universal blueprint, a specific geometric design used by ancient builders to manage and protect the most vital resource, water. I'm looking at a literal key to unlock a prehistoric mystery. This is exactly why people are still drawn here, burning candles to a power they can no longer explain. At the far edge, I see a Naga statuette, the ancient symbol for subterranean energy. But as I lean over the edge, look at the water. It's hauntingly pristine. But look deeper. What is that structure? Submerged at the bottom. Wait, is that pure white sand? But look at the movement. I'm seeing massive bubbles. No, those are pressure surges. I'm submerging the camera right now to get the truth. Look at that. The water is literally erupting from beneath the sand. This isn't just a spring. I'm looking at a high-volume hydro injector. This is one of the primary inputs for the entire energy system. As I turn the camera, the image is very, very strange. It's a total psychedelic effect. Have you ever seen anything like this? It's as though the sensors are picking up a massive energy field. We aren't just looking at it. We are moving between dimensions. The camera is literally struggling to process the reality of this input. Nearby, there are shrines. Let's look inside this one. Who is the main deity here? A female deity in the center, flanked by two bearded saints. Look at the glow from these fresh candles. Even today, the flame is kept alive. This shrine isn't just nearby, it's a guardian of the spring. Locals worship the ancient builders who created this water spring and the hydroelectric lingams. But where is all this water actually going? I'm going to follow the flow and see where it leads. Look at this. The spring water travels right through the woods and merges into this massive creek. There must be dozens of hidden springs like this all over the mountain, all feeding into this one powerful stream. We are literally seeing the birth of a river. But wait, do you see that? Right there under the surface. What is that? It's massive. I'm looking at a huge structure carved directly into the riverbed. Could this be it? Is this the legendary Ravana Lingam? The scale of this is absolutely staggering compared to everything else we have seen. But wait, look right here. There are burnt candles and incense sticks still smoking on the rocks. This means people are trekking out into the water to worship this specific spot right now. This has to be the Ravana Lingam. Look at the scale, it's massive. It's even bigger than the nuclear lingam we saw earlier. This is the king of this river. I can't wait any longer. I have to get a closer look. I'm taking my shoes off and rolling up my pants right now. The water is fast, it's loud, and these rocks are incredibly slick. If I slip here, it's going to hurt, but I can feel the Ravana Lingam calling me. Nothing is stopping me. I'm going to reach out and touch this piece of history. I'm finally standing right next to it, and my mind is blown. It's even bigger than it looked from the bank. I'm looking at a 10-foot by 10-foot square. That's the size of a small room, entirely carved out of the solid bedrock underwater. But now for the real question. As I look into the center, is there a lingam? Is the cylinder actually there? I'm plunging the lens under the water. Look at this. Yes, there it is. There is a lingam inside this massive square. But the design is unlike anything I've ever seen. It's not a standard cylinder. It looks more like a cosmic egg. It's smooth, curved, and has a shape that cannot be explained with words. This isn't just a carving. It's a specific, strange design that feels almost otherworldly. Look at the very bottom. You can see a clear 8-sided base. We are looking at a master blueprint etched in stone. I tap the stone and it vibrates. Look at the bubbles escaping from the base. I've never seen anything like this. This cosmic lingam is alive. The moment I touch this lingam, my eyes go straight to the sky. It's as though the cosmic waves are hitting this exact space, charging the water and the earth. Why are there so many? Because Ravana was taught by his mother to carve 108 lingams every day. This was his daily practice. I'm standing on what might be the mothership, the main Ravana Lingam. It's covered in smaller carvings, almost like it's holding the energy of every single one he made. Centuries of moss have completely buried the detail here. I'm going to clear this away so we can finally see what's underneath. Look at that. As the green comes off, the true face of the Ravana Lingam is starting to emerge. What else is hidden under here? Look at this, a perfectly carved spout to drain the water. It's beautiful, but it makes no sense. Why would an underwater lingam need a drain? It is already submerged. There's water everywhere. Why go through the effort of carving a drainage system for a structure that stays underwater? Something is missing from the story. Where are we? You would think the Ravana Lingam, this massive, would be in India or Sri Lanka. But no, we are actually in Cambodia. This is where this incredible legend is kept alive. Wait, I'm standing inside the pit and I feel something moving against my feet. At first, I thought it was fish and I jumped back, but look closer. It's not fish, it's stone. Are there more lingams hidden right here under the water? This whole floor is covered in them. I've filmed the full deep dive exploration of these hidden lingams in a special video for my members. If you want to see the footage that was too intense for this video, click the join button below. Don't miss the rest of this mystery. You've seen the Ravana Lingam and the thousands of carvings hidden here, but this is just the beginning of the trail. I am PraveenMohan. Subscribe now, because what I found just a few miles downstream from here is going to change everything. I'll talk to you soon.